Follow the idea. It dictates everything. Hello, and welcome to my David Lynch Masterclass review, a masterclass where the main focus is on art and creativity. David Lynch starts the lecture by explaining that the art life is a life lived around working. No matter the medium of expression, it is infinitely deep, and the more you dedicate yourself to knowing that medium, the deeper that medium will let you go. If you watch David Lynch's films, they are so surreal and dreamlike. He brings the oddest concepts and visual images to the screen because he needs to bring the ideas in his head to life. The Guardian called David the most important director of this era. And what I believe David Lynch does perhaps better than anyone in the world is he takes the time to take what is inside of his head and create it in the external world, meticulously crafting mental images down to the detail. And that's such an interesting skill in today's day and age of distraction and short attention span. He likens catching an idea to going fishing, or he stresses the importance of taking the time to daydream. When he speaks, he closes his eyes as if he's calling forth a language from a different dimension. So it's very cool. And the visual style of this class itself is inspired by the surreal films of David Lynch. Of all the masterclasses I've watched so far, this masterclass is the most beautifully shot. Also, this class is incredibly insightful and inspiring, and David is no doubt a creative genius who has dedicated his life to bringing the ideas inside of his head to life. Another thing I really liked about this masterclass is that David Lynch repeatedly says that negative things like suffering or starving are bad for creativity. Your work can portray those parts of life, as his work often does, but you don't have to suffer to show suffering. I really like this because he's trying to debunk the tortured creative genius myth. We can be happy and creative, which is a great message to spread. Now, in terms of my recommendation on whether or not you should buy this individual course, it's actually a strange one. The David Lynch Masterclass was perhaps my favorite masterclass I've taken so far, but it was also the most out there and it was pretty short. And while I've recommended every other masterclass, I don't know if I find this course to be worth $90 on its own, but it was very valuable, so perhaps take this route. What I would do is I would buy the all access pass to Masterclass, and then you could pair David's more inspiring and ethereal course with, say, a more practical surface level course like the Judd Apatow course on comedy, or Martin Scorsese's or Ron Howard's or Spike Lee's on filmmaking. There are over 14 classes on filmmaking. So there's so much knowledge to be absorbed on Masterclass, particularly if you're a filmmaker. I highly recommend that you replace Netflix with Masterclass for a month or so and watch your knowledge and skills multiply. I'll put a link down in the description below for the most up-to-date deal on the All Access Pass, as well as David's course. If you already have the All Access Pass, I highly recommend you do watch David's course and add it to your lineup. And perhaps watch it first because it will get you excited about the magic of filmmaking and creativity, and it will take you down some pretty interesting wormholes about the creative process in general. David Lynch is filled with truisms that will inspire you to create and see the world differently. I definitely feel enhanced after watching this course. He put into words so many stages you go through when you create, and by naming those different stages, I believe I'll be able to call them forth and then overcome them in my future creations. So it was just a really great, almost new age, but not quite course, and I highly recommend it. In his course, you'll also analyze scenes from his films and other cinema classics, and he does touch on film lighting, working with actors, and some practical tips and details for any filmmaker to keep in mind. So all in all, it was great to sit down and listen to a creative genius talk about creativity for 3 hours. I did really enjoy this course, and I found it inspiring. Again, you can buy it as a standalone course, but if you're a filmmaker or really any artist, I think the All Access Pass is the way to go. You'll find the most up-to-date links to David Lynch's masterclass and the All Access Pass in the description below. Also, if you could subscribe to my channel, I'll continue to keep you informed and entertained with masterclass and other e-learning reviews. For now though, I'm just excited to watch your ideas come to life, so get out there and make something.